Bills Mafia, what is the word? What is the word, baby? You know we gotta talk, man. It's the off season. We're right in the heart of it. Training camp, couple of weeks away, so the excitement is real, baby. But also, this is when we get that, final chance to make our predictions about who's gonna take that next step going into the season versus the guys that we think are, gonna take a little bit more time to develop. But either way, you know what we're gonna do today. Gotta talk breakout stars, right? Potentially for 2024 season. So hit that like button one time for the culture and don't forget to subscribe, baby. So NFL.com, man, does a phenomenal job during this time of year of creating topics, right? Creating things that make us just, have to sit back, think a little bit. Well, Bucky Brooks, shout out to Bucky Brooks, man, does an awesome job at NFL.com as an analyst. He was talking about his 2024 offensive breakout candidates, right? And what he meant by that is guys that haven't had a Pro Bowl season just yet, guys that haven't had an All Pro season just yet, but are still young in this league and we think are, have the potential to take that next step. So, of course, as I go looking at this list, I'm like, man, let me see some of the names up here, right? I see a Bryce Young. I'm like, all right, that's cool. That's cool. I see a Jaden Reed. I'm like, all right, I ain't tripping on them dudes, but what about us? And we got two of them things up there, baby. All right, shout out to Khalil Shakir and the young phenom tight end Dalton Kincaid, baby. So, talking about both of those guys specifically, Bucky brought up with Khalil the trade of Stephon Diggs, right? He was the number one guy, no longer here. All right, opens up an opportunity, opens up a door. Khalil Shakir had a great year last year, man, and we really saw him and Josh start to form a nice bond where that trust is there. Now, with that being the case, we are anticipating Khalil getting more targets, more opportunities. Now, who did we replace Diggs with and Gabe Davis with? Well, we did bring in the first rounder, right? Or technically the second rounder, Keon Coleman. But for me, I still think that Khalil's game is going to be a little bit more quarterback friendly early on. And, with rookies, man, it takes time for rookies to develop. So I could definitely understand why Bucky would bring up Khalil Shakir here, man, because I think that number one, Khalil was already taking strides last year. We already know that he wins and wins in a hurry. And whenever you get that type of rapport, you're going into another season under the same coordinator, Joe Brady, salute him. Same quarterback, Josh Allen, salute him. And same head coach, Sean McDermott, salute him. So the continuity there should bode well for Khalil. Now, the second dude, though, that he talked about, and I mentioned him earlier, was Dalton Kincaid. Boy, boy, boy. Now, how do you not get excited about Dalton, right? I mean, just think about what Dalton did last year as a rookie coming into this league. He showed that he was already in that top 10, top 5 category just based off of the numbers alone, right? But then we also talked about later in the year the feel of it, right? Because there's a difference between you get 70 yards and a touchdown versus you having them 70 yards and that touchdown and the impact, the way that people are reacting to you, the defense, how they're playing you. That's a little bit different. And I thought later in the year, we saw Dalton really start to tap into that a little bit more. That's them Travis Kelce's. That's the Mark Andrews, right? The George Kittles, those are the type of guys that not just give you statistical impact, but they also impact the game in the sense of how you have to guard these guys schematically. It makes defensive coordinators look and say, man, do I really want my linebacker having to guard Dalton Kincaid up the seam, man? Because this could get gory, and we saw that at times in the postseason, and that's the thing that we truly do love about Dalton, and that's why he was such an exciting prospect for us when we drafted him. Now, he also, in terms of Bucky, brought up the fact that we do have Dawson Knox. So, yes, those two are going to kind of take away from each other's production in a sense. But at the same time, we do anticipate the offense looking a lot more like it did at the end of the year, right? I'm talking from week 10 on and through the playoffs versus that first half of the year where we were more, spreading out, more wide receivers on the field, letting Josh just kind of operate. And we saw at times where, we did need to dial that back a little bit. But towards the end of the year, we started to operate a lot more out of 12 personnel, 2 tight ends on the field. And what did it do? It simplified it for Josh. His production went up, turnovers went down, and it allowed the running game with James Cook to really cook. So I'm excited about the Dalton Kincaid compliment and the mention because I think that he, for certain, has a chance to not just break out, terms of the Bills. I'm thinking that this dude can be one of those guys that we mentioned with the elite tight ends because of his profile, his production, and his run after catch ability, baby. But you already know the drill, man. Let me know in the comment section. How do you guys feel about what Bucky Brooks said was going to be our potential 2024 offensive breakouts, offensive breakout players? Do you agree with it being Khalil and Dalton, or do you think it's somebody else? Maybe it's somebody up in them offensive linemen, up in them trenches, huh? What's up, Cyrus? Where you at? Where you at? Oh, I'm just saying. Y'all let me know, though, all right? But either way, appreciate you for tuning in, and you already know. Don't nobody, hold on. They say don't nobody circle the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.